Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of those things together. The content that I'm going to show you right now, you are going to love, so make sure you send out because the DOJ is getting it into gear. Pam Bondi has clearly heard your feedback, and she's doing something that she just dropped that you're going to want to know about, you want to see more of, and honestly, she deserves accolades for what I'm about to show you because the DOJ is going after states that go after gun rights in an egregious affront to our rights as individuals and Americans. This is what we're talking about. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you want to spread that freedom better than you found it. And of course, you would stymie the YouTube accidental unsubscribe regime that seems to be interfering with your prescription of freedom. All right, let's get into this, guys. We have got to dive in. And again, credit where credit's due. Jump in there on X at BradenLOA if you want to follow me, take part in the conversation. But let's jump right in. Okay, so what I'm about to show you is the DOJ going after California and other states who are guilty of egregious action against the Second Amendment through multiple different levels of power and threatening them with investigations and lawsuits. Guys, this is what's up. Let her know in the comments on this video. Let her know when you post this on your X at AGPamBondi that this is good. All right, check this out. The original tweet that gun owners put out, DOJ's Civil Rights Division will begin, quote, a broader review of restrictive firearms-related laws in California and in other states, and hold them accountable for infringing on the Second Amendment. And I'm going to read you her statement here in a second. They followed up again. Update. AG Pam Bondi, that's where you can tag her and say, good job, keep it up, encouragement, hopes that states and localities will voluntarily embrace their duty to protect the Second Amendment rights of their citizens. But if necessary, today's announcement will be the first of many similar investigations, lawsuits, or other actions. Yes. All right, let me jump over here, and I'm going to show you one more tweet and then or post, and then I'm going to read you the document. DOJ's Civil Rights Division, we already talked about that. They're going to do a broader review of restrictive firearms-related laws. Look at this document. Again, everything is linked, and then I'll show you some other sources as well which confirm. U.S. Department of Justice announces Second Amendment pattern or practice investigation into California's Los Angeles County. This came out on the end of last week, Thursday, March 22nd, and we're just now getting to it, but it's worth the wait. Listen to this. Protecting the Second Amendment rights of ordinary, law-abiding Americans is a high priority for this administration. As part of a broader review of restricted firearms-related laws in California and other states, the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division today announced an investigation into the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department to determine whether it is engaging in a pattern or practice of depriving ordinary, law-abiding Californians of their Second Amendment rights. Cue the J.D. Vance stare. A recent federal court decision found that the law and the facts were clearly in favor of two private plaintiffs who challenged the lengthy 18-month delays that the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department had imposed when processing their concealed handgun license applications. And the Civil Rights Division has reason to believe that those two plaintiffs are not the only residents of Los Angeles County experiencing similarly long delays that are unduly burdening or effectively denying the Second Amendment rights of the people of Los Angeles. Guys, this is a really big deal. If you go back to my last video where Trump did an executive order to speed up and reduce the cost of concealed carry in Washington, D.C., and then at the same time, you have the U.S. DOJ underneath Pam Bondi going forward and saying, hey, they're actually creating undue burdens on people through longer wait times. Guys, this is a pattern of positive momentum. Tag them, positive feedback. You'll get more of this. Because this right here is very clear that they are focusing on concealed carry as one of their easy pieces to adjust for the rights of Americans. It's right here. And you've got the executive branch doing it from Trump in D.C., and now you got the DOJ, the Civil Rights Division, doing it in Los Angeles. Guys, this is the momentum and movement we want. Let's keep it going. The Supreme Court has repeatedly recognized that the Second Amendment is, quote, not a second-class right. And over the past 2 decades, the Supreme Court has recognized that the Second Amendment is a fundamental individual constitutional right and has taken multiple opportunities to strengthen Second Amendment protections for ordinary law-abiding citizens. Again, this is on DOJ letterhead. Some states and localities, however, have resisted the recent pro-Second Amendment case law, and California has been a particularly egregious offender. In response to recent Supreme Court case law, California enacted new legislation to further restrict the ability of ordinary law-abiding Californians to keep and bear arms. And many California localities appear to be imposing additional burdens beyond those required by California state law, including by subjecting ordinary law-abiding Californians to expensive fees and lengthy wait times associated with applications for concealed handgun licenses. Guys, it is mirroring Trump's executive order in D.C. This is a very positive thing. Tagger at AG Bondi, at AG Pam Bondi, at when you're following me on X, at Braden LOA. Guys, this is how they get reinforcement of their actions. This is awesome. Continue though. This is where it gets spicy. This Department of Justice will not stand idly by while states and localities infringe on the Second Amendment rights of ordinary law-abiding Americans, said Attorney General Pamela Bondi. The Second Amendment is not a second-class right, and under my watch, the department will actively enforce the Second Amendment just like it actively enforces other fundamental constitutional rights. Attorney General Bondi hopes that states and localities will voluntarily embrace their duty to protect the Second Amendment rights of their citizens. But if necessary, today's announcement will be the first of many similar investigations, lawsuits, or other actions involving other localities in California, the state of California itself, and any other states or localities that insist on unduly burdening or effectively denying the Second Amendment rights of their ordinary, law-abiding citizens. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. This is where the power lies, guys. We are about 60 or 70 days into this administration, and you're starting to see the movement forward we need to see. You've got a way for felons to get their rights back. You've got a way for states who have been going against a majority of the population for decades now. They're now catching investigations and lawsuits about them infringing on the Second Amendment right. And you have the DOJ saying a right delayed is a right denied. That's a big deal. You also have Trump signing an executive order to lower the cost and increase the speed of concealed carry, all in the framing of reducing crime. Guys, all of these things are positive aspects of a Second Amendment perception that they're clearly weaving it in to their platform. This is good. If it goes bad, I'll say go bad. But right now, this is really solid. Let's continue though. There's something else over here. Breaking. It's not just talk. Department of Justice opens federal investigation into Los Angeles Sheriff's Department for infringing the Second Amendment and delaying the right to bear arms, citing a GOA legal victory as motivation. And one more source just to confirm, there is FPC. The DOJ's Civil Rights Division today announced an investigation into the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department to determine whether it is engaging in a pattern or practice of depriving ordinary law-abiding Californians of their Second Amendment rights. Guys, what is happening? We're going to go big on this. Hold on. We're going to wrap this up big style. What you're seeing is incremental deployment in something that is showing a pattern of the rights of the population for their gun rights specifically are being looked at as a solution, not an opposition. You are seeing it through Trump's executive orders, through Bondi's order right here in statement, through the Civil Rights Division and the DOJ. That's one of the little pet project departments that the left likes to use. And then you've also got a right for felons to get their rights back, a project to get the felons' rights back. Guys, the more we reinforce this with positivity, the more we're going to get. This is the way that it works. I'm pleased with this. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments field below. Make sure you spread that love if you feel that love. And I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.